Today's courtroom session dives deep into two powerful stories of accountability and redemption. First, we meet a young mother, a former addict fighting to reclaim her children and her future, facing the consequences of her past while pleading for one more chance. Then a second case unfolds, a probation violation that exposes how grief, trauma, and addiction collide inside the justice system. It's emotional, raw, and full of truth.
No, just get the plea paperwork done. Get the plea paperwork done and I'll take it up. All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Jones, your attorney's not here.
I seen her come in and walk out. She said she was in another court or something.
We're gonna recall you back for Monday and you cannot wear crop tops to court, you understand?
Okay.
This is not the gym. All right, Ms. Ferguson,
Monday at what time?
it's gonna be at 9. Ms. Ferguson, on Roger Nick Jones, recall this back for May 1st. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Ferguson will give you the reset form. To understand, you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 gram or 4 grams. That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have
That you follow the plea bargain, Judge.
All right. In the police report, it mentions other warrants, a possession less than a gram in a theft case. Are those out-of-county warrants?
Those are within Bear County. Those both been resolved. The felony was dismissed. The misdemeanor was also dismissed.
All right. Do you have any children?
I have 3 children, Your Honor.
What are their ages
11, 8, and 3 years old.
and where are they?
They are currently with a family placement because I'm currently doing services to receive them back due to the charge that I received.
And so what's your drug of choice?
I currently don't have a drug of choice.
Well, I mean, this was found in your bra. Why do you have meth in your bra?
Yeah, I've been sober. I did have it, but I went to Alpha Home. I did inpatient treatment. And so I have not been, but I did have it and I used to use it, but
And when were you released from inpatient treatment and alcohol?
March 30th. And I'm still doing outpatient for my CPS. For my CPS caseworker, I'm still doing outpatient classes and programs. But I was probably going to be going back to complete 28 more days, just so it looks better in CPS in children's court.
Who's your CPS attorney?
Miss Mance,
And who are you living with now?
I live with my mother right now.
Are you employed?
Uh-huh,
What do you do?
Wendy's.
You know, I don't know if I should say it or not. Wendy's burgers, I never could get used to the square. And
That's how they pat them out before we freeze them, because
Mhm.
you have to pat them out like that, and they have like a little square thing that you put on it to make them like that. I don't
So
know
what happens
why.
to the rest of the meat? Do y'all just join it with other?
The rest of the meat, they cook it and they put it in the chili.
Oh, okay. I remember when Wendy's first came to Louisiana. And that was a lot of money, right? So we go to Wendy's because we're like, can't go to Mr. Swift's, which was the best burger place, even though it was in Grand Cane, Louisiana. And, I don't know why we thought McDonald's tasted good. But we go to Wendy's, we're spending our last little money on Wendy's. And I'm telling you, the fact that they boil their burger. Do y'all still boil the burger?
No,
To keep it?
no, they don't boil them anymore. They freeze them and then we take them out and put them on the grill. And then afterwards, if the meat is still in good condition, chop them up and they put them in the chili to where it can be reused instead of throwing it away.
The only thing that I've ever really liked from Wendy's was their spicy chicken sandwich and their chocolate frosty or whatever it's called.
Those are literally both my favorites.
Although the chicken sandwich, I don't even do that anymore. I have bad memories of going on a ride after having eaten that. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. How far did you go in school?
I'm still in school now. I'm enrolled in Penn Foster, but I'm about to stop doing that to go.
All right, just 1 second. Everyone, you need to whisper and do not talk in that jury box if you're behind the court reporter.
But I currently just stopped my classes through Penn Foster so I can enroll in a program because my counselor at Alpha Home, she gave me a referral to where I can do GED classes and start my college classes through SAC. So that's what I'm about to be doing.
Okay. Are you doing any sober meetings?
I do that. That's why I'm still doing the outpatient with Alpha Home. I'm no longer there because my mom, like I take care of my mom as well. So I've been doing the outpatient, but I still meet with my counselor there. I still meet with my sponsor. I go to the Tuesdays, Thursdays, and the Friday meetings every week.
All right, so probation, she needs to provide proof to you that she's completed the inpatient. If she's completed the inpatient, then we're gonna require her to continue with outpatient treatment through Alpha Home. We're gonna do field visits one time per month. And probation, if you want to count the field visits as reporting, you can count it as reporting. And if you want to coordinate with CPS to make sure that they're doing visits and CPS does them, then those can count. CPS compliance. 300 hours of community service restitution. That will be satisfied once you've completed parenting classes in your GED.
This moment right here captures the fine line between punishment and rehabilitation. The judge is offering deferred adjudication, meaning if the defendant completes her probation successfully, she won't be convicted at all. It's a second chance wrapped in strict conditions: drug treatment, CPS compliance, GED, parenting classes, and community service. But make no mistake, the stakes are massive. One mistake, one relapse, and that 3-year deferment could instantly turn into a 10-year prison sentence.
So, in order to complete your 300 hours community service restitution, you need to complete the GED courses and your parenting courses, and probation, that can be through CPS. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
In regard to the court assess a fine, we would just ask that if the court.
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, don't reach. You can't do that. You're just asking for trouble by doing that. Oh, just come around. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
I'm 26.
All right, you're 26. You have 3 children.
Mhm.
These 3 children are 100% dependent upon you. So,
And only me.
and only you. So if you don't do what's required of you, what's going to end up happening is CPS is going to terminate your rights, and they're going to end up who knows where with who knows who. I've done plenty of CPS cases, and what I can tell you is this. And you can take it and use it or not use it. Do not get involved in any relationships until your children are of age. And let me just tell you why I say that. Yes, this could be a hallmark moment where you meet some guy who's working at Wendy's who comes in, and next thing you know, he's a corporate CEO. But that really only happens in Hallmark. Or it can turn out to be a Lifetime movie. I like children. I think children are great. But when you have children, they're suitcases. Think of them as suitcases.
Yeah.
The 11-year-old is a suitcase, it's the 8-year-old, the 3-year-old. And I'm not talking about carry-on. They're check baggage.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're on probation. That's another suitcase. So any guy or partner you get with, you need to make sure that they're okay carrying those suitcases. And if they're not okay, you shouldn't be with them.
I'm really just focused on myself.
You should.
Relationship is like, it's like the last thing in my
Thank you.
life. Like I'm really focused on my growth and what I need to do for myself and my kids. Because I don't want to just have a job. I want a career. I want to build stability. So when I'm gone, my kids have something. Like I don't want to just be that parent that their kids can't learn anything from. Because I was a young mom, but still that's no excuse.
Right. I want you to remember what you said to me. So when you come back here, I expect all of that to be true.
Okay.
As my mother, her teacher would always tell them, don't end up with some joker. And my teacher in high school, Mr. Reed, would always tell us, don't end up with a joker. So don't end up with a joker. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Probation, we'll go over conditions with you. All right, we're back on the record in 2023 CR 2279, State versus Roderick Jones. And where we left off, I asked if you had reviewed the documents with your attorney. You stated yes. Are you the same Roderick Jones who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 2279 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on May 1st, 2023 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Dominique Sansare Jones did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of August, September 2023, violation condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
We'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
Any objection to the waiver?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that proposed agreement?
It's denied the motion to adjudicate and continue on for probation and to have a TAP evaluation done and follow those recommendations.
Oh, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Roderick Jones.
All right, why have you not been successful on probation?
Okay, last year I left Alpha Home because my mom was dying. My dad died 5 days before Christmas. My mom died on Christmas. Afterwards, I feel like I just kind of was out of touch with myself for a bit, and I just went like I feel like I lost my mind for a little bit because I didn't know how to deal with losing my mom, and then I feel like I lost time because I spent a lot of time in jail for the past 2 years. But that's no excuse. But that's what happened. I did speak with my my federal probation officer, but I did not speak with my probation officer for state because I was on both federal and state probation, but I'm finished with federal probation. But
Excuse me, does anyone have any Kleenex?
and federal probation proceeded and she actually took me off of federal probation and ended me early due to that. And I just I made a dumb decision not to speak to him, not to contact him, not to go in. I did have a past of drug use, but I can't say that was the issue last year. Last year was just really more of an issue of trying to find my kids and trying to deal with the loss of both of my parents.
What do you mean trying to find your children?
Because my mom gave my kids to someone, and my mom gave my kids to someone when I was in jail, and I can't say that I know where they are.
All right, so currently you don't know where they are? So do you have any other family?
I do. I have my sister and my brother. I'm gonna currently reside with my older brother, but they're not with my family. They're not with my brother or my sister.
So does anyone know where your children are?
My sister told me, I spoke to my sister while I was on the phone. She said that she found my 2 oldest, but she hadn't told me where. But my youngest daughter, my 4-year-old, I don't know where she's at. She's not even in the state of San Antonio. And so I went to New Orleans. I spent some time in New Orleans last year trying to find Nevaeh, my 4-year-old, because that's where her dad's from, which I did not find her. So that was pretty much what I was going through.
All right, and does her father know where she is?
He's in jail for life.
Okay.
Both of my children's fathers are incarcerated. I'm the only parent they have.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, I don't, I always try to solve all problems, right? With regards to your daughter, you're probably going to have an investigator to see where she is. And I'm sure your attorney can let you know of some investigators. And then there are some investigators who will actually, they do pro bono work as well, some of them. and they will see about that. But just remain in court. I'll see what information I can give you to help her. All right, I'll deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions include a TAP evaluation in custody. How long do you expect the TAP evaluation to take? All right, so we're going to have you come back over here in 3 weeks to make sure that you're not lost in the system.
Yes, ma'am.
And then see if we have anything for grief counseling.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else you need from the court?
Can I have the resource for trauma?
Yeah, that's the grief counseling that I'm giving you, but we'll see if there's any counseling for trauma.
Okay.
All right. So we're off the record. Here's the thing in this court, communication is key. When you're going through things, now you have probation sort of as a safety net. You can actually pick up the phone and call them.
Okay.
And when you call them and let them know what's going on, they will be empathetic and sympathetic to your plight. You would not even be in custody right now if you'd have just picked up the phone and called someone and said, this is what's going on in my life. Then what would ended up happening? Probation would have came to me and or either sent me by an email asking the alternate main conditions for you to have time to go spend time with your mother and to take care of things. But just acting as though you're not on probation is not good.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 3-week reset date. All right, so we're going to come back on October 17th, council. If for any reason this is done before then they'll let us know and you'll be brought over before October 17th.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and if you'll just wait a minute, I'm going to see if I have a number for somebody to call in regards to that. Okay, so on this case, where are we? Council, I know at the last setting, you were given an investigator.
We were, yeah.
Okay. So what else do we need to take up?
So I guess the question is just whether she goes to inpatient or outpatient. So the preliminary TAP evaluation had said either inpatient if we want something more structured, outpatient if we want something less. Sean feels that she would benefit from either house of home or house of discipleship.
Okay.
Ms. Jones wanted me to request from the court that she be granted the opportunity for outpatient. Her issues with addiction were from, in the last year, primarily marijuana. The main thing is just that she's absconded for so long, but having met with Ms. Carnes, she has, like a very detailed plan for her life now. I'm just gonna, if I could let her tell you, I can touch this person if this needs to tell you. You wanna tell her?
Yes.
Sure.
I have, I met with Mrs. Carey, and honestly, despite my son is with my family right now, actually. And she actually, not only is she gonna help me find my baby, but she's gonna mentor me. And she gave me her card. I actually have it right here in my folder. I have a plan for the next 1 to 6 months of my life. I wrote it down, I wrote everything down, play by play, and I've been able to sit with my bad decisions. My grandma just flew into town from California yesterday. And I've been able to sit with my bad decisions to where I know that I've made some mistakes, but
You made some choices.
some bad choices. And if you give me the opportunity to do outpatient, I promise you, I will not let you down. Like, I won't be back in blues. I won't be back on this end of the podium at least. And I know that can I read you my plan or can you read it?
Sure, but see, here's the thing. This is what I want to tell people. I always tell people this. Everybody comes up with a plan when they're in custody, right? But when they're out in the free world, their plan is just out the window. And the thing about it is, if you could write a great plan, then you wouldn't be here, right? Because you're on deferred adjudication. And your range of punishment is up to 10 years in prison, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that your range of punishment, you could potentially go to prison for 10 years. You decided to make bad choices. So you can't write your own plan. Now, what I can tell you is this. Sometimes people will think that the places that I'm sending them to, that it's punishment. And sometimes sometimes it's a little bit of punishment, but usually it's a lot of rehabilitation.
I love Alpha Homes, I do, but it's just, I've been an inpatient twice. And honestly, I'm gonna just be honest with you.
Mhm.
I don't wanna miss this moment with my son. I haven't seen him at all, and the fact.
Well, what I can tell you is that the programs that they're talking about sending you to, especially the House of Discipleship, I believe that's with Victoria, you'll be able to see your son. They will make plans for you to see your son. But here's the thing. You can go to the House of Discipleship or either, and they will give you a chance to see your son once you're in their program. Or guess what? If you go to prison, you know when you'll be able to see your son? When somebody wants to bring your son to you, and then there's a limited amount of time for you to see him. So I'm trying to give you a plan where I won't see you back here before. I can't tell you the number of times. No, here's the thing. The promises you're making to me, other people made those same promises. And the minute they get into the free world, I'd say.
And that brings this emotional hearing to a close. The court decided on compassion with boundaries, denying the motion to revoke, ordering a TAP evaluation, and pushing for rehabilitation over incarceration. It's a balance between accountability and empathy, reminding us that justice isn't always about punishment. Sometimes it's about rebuilding a life that's already been broken. From lost children to grief, addiction, and regret, this defendant's story shows how easily one mistake can spiral into years of struggle, but also how one decision from the bench can change everything.